Oh, Gina, I've missed you. All right.
Is there anything left in here? Ooh, surprise.
Uh-oh. You found a surprise. Surprises are good.
I found a bunch of ground up weed in my grinder.
Winning!
Going straight into the old volcano.
And speaking of winning, if you're listening right now, you're winning, because this is the Shedtime Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to Shedtime. What is Shedtime, you ask? Well, it's code for the consumption of cannabis, but it's much more than that. Shedtime's a state of mind. It's art, it's music, it's cryptocurrency, technology, it's food, it's vaping. It can be whatever you want it to be, as long as you're not letting the bastards get you down, not being a dick, and making it fun. When you're in the shed, it's whatever your mind allows you to create. So now let's get to the Shedtime Podcast.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Shedtime Podcast, your weekly dose of therapy with your boys. And you could just call us Thin Lizzy because the boys are back in town. And so that means that we got to hit the motherfucking air horn to start this show off right. So there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, back in effect. Yeah, winning. I always love finding weed that I forgot I had. It just happened to my wife, actually. She was just telling me she picked up a nug jar. She was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go grab some weed from this other pile and just throw it in here so I have it in this room. And she was like, oh shit, there's still a nug in there. Fuck yeah. Gotta take these little victories wherever we can get them, people, because life is too damn hard to be fucking not enjoying the little victories, even if it's finding some ground up weed that you forgot about in your grinder.
Almost thought that would have been funny if you would have just stopped after life's too hard to be fucking. Because you took that slight pause.
No,
you should have just stopped right there.
I'm not like
people
Poon
in
Sauce.
New York.
Yeah, fucking
that's
people
exactly
in New York.
what I thought of. Shout out to Poon
Let's
Sauce.
just keep on fucking people in New York.
Yes. I mean, somebody in New York's trying to get fucked, so, I mean...
By the numbers, a lot of people.
That's a fact, Jack. That is a fact. Wow, we started off on a really weird note. I love it.
Feels right, though. Like,
it does.
Weird or not, it still felt right.
It does feel right. And I was telling James before the start of the show that I went ahead and checked out that Kill Tony we were talking about last week, and oh my God, does Shane Gillis kill it.
Yeah, I've never even heard it. I've never even heard of the dude that does it.
For 2.5 hours, this dude stays almost perfectly in character as Donald Trump, just roasting everybody, and it's friggin' hysterical.
It's just too good, bro. His Trump impression is just too fucking good.
It is like, it is wild how like just hearing him do it audibly, you're like, oh man, like that kind of sounds like Donald. But then like when you see him on stage in character, like you have moments where you're like, is this a deleted scene from Home Alone?
It's pretty good, dude.
Like it looks like a Donald Trump in the 90s. Like it's pretty wild.
Who was the one that played Donald Trump in the Saturday Night Live skits, like leading up to the election?
Alec Baldwin did it a few times.
Was he Donald Trump?
I think he's done it a few times.
Okay,
But
yeah, I can't remember.
Shane hosted not too long ago, but I don't think he might have done Trump on there. I don't know.
Yeah, the whole like story behind Shane is that like he went and was a great member of SNL and then got booted off of SNL for some
This is the real story,
off-color
Sean.
humor.
He got fired before he even started. Like he got hired, and before he even got to like go to the writers' room for one day, he got fired because of like some podcast episode or something he made, or a comment or a joke or something he made on a podcast came back to light, and they ended up canceling him for it. So he ends up missing out on SNL, but then turns around and just continues to do stand-up comedy. Ends up getting putting out a special on Netflix, I think. Oh no, it was on YouTube. He puts out a special live in Austin, which pops and gets him some coverage, and then he turns around and drops a special on Netflix called Beautiful Dogs that was #1 for fucking ever. And now he's fucking touring, doing arenas and all this other kind of crazy shit. And then he ends up getting a call from SNL after he gains all this traction and all this fame to come back and host. So he goes back on and he hosts that. And then he ends up actually getting his own show produced and put on Netflix called Tires. And if you haven't watched Tires yet, you should watch it.
A lot of people are telling me that because not only do I find Shane Gillis funny, but because I'm involved in the automotive world and I've been in a lot of that, like a lot of that humor, I guess, will really make me laugh too. So yeah, I'm overdue to start something new. And
dude, not only that, but if you just go watch his sketch show that he did on YouTube called Gillian Keeves, dude, they've got fucking crazy good fucking sketches on there. Like they have one where it's Donald Trump speed dating. So it's Shane once again just dressed up as Donald Trump going through these speed dates and just, saying wild shit and, making, Trump kind of comments. And dude, it's fucking hilarious.
That's wild.
It actually got greenlit for season 2 of Tires too, by the way.
Nice. That's dope. Let's hope Netflix doesn't pull that bullshit and then just fucking shelve a full season and never air it. Because that's a thing that totally has happened too many times to people who get caught up in these random Netflix shows. I'm fucking tired of it. Because there was one that I was watching that literally got left on like a whole shitload of cliffhangers for the end of their season 2, and then it was like season 3 is made and shelved.
I wonder, actually, I was curious because I started watching a show on Prime, and there's one season, but it like just came out. Like it came out in 2024. So like I'm really curious to see if it's like the same kind of thing as Netflix. Like good shows get 3 years, then they're canceled. Like,
dude,
also Netflix has like one season. And
I was about to say, dude, sometimes
like,
it's the one, or sometimes it's mid-season cancelizations on some shit. Not very often, but
the shit's wild though, man. Like you already spent all this money to make it. You might as well just run the whole motherfucker.
well, it's like this is what I don't get. Then it makes me wonder. Like, are the executives just like bad at deciding like what is going to be good enough to last? Like, what is up? You know what I mean? Because like, if you wanted like some of these shows that maybe get canceled after 2 seasons, maybe they would have just been better off doing a fucking like 10-part miniseries. That's it. Like maybe just change the way that you're going to do it, because then you can at least get the full story out. And then you want to have people that are like, another fucking show that got canceled. Do you know what I mean? Like,
well,
that's like where my mind goes, but obviously I'm not.
There's definitely at least a piece that has to be that. You know what I mean? But allegedly, and it does make sense, you can use that as a loss for a tax write-off at the end of the year. And if that's the case, that would make a lot of sense too.
Yeah, but maybe do like really shit shows then that nobody gives a fuck about them leaving.
But that'll be obvious.
Part of it too is, Chris,
who cares?
There's a lot of shit that's coming out now is already established IPs. Like nobody wants to create fresh new ideas. So there are already things that are out there. So a lot of things are being made from books or, video games, or, they're readapting old screenplays from different things from the past and reboots and all that sort of stuff. And with that, it's like, if you don't capture the same tone of like like, especially like a rehash thing, or like say it's something that like has a super big fandom, like, you know, like a Star Wars or like a Marvel and those types of things, or even just like somebody like some people that like books, you know what I mean, like a Harry Potter, for instance, or something like that, where people like they'll sit there and they'll watch like the first few episodes of a season or the season, and then they'll just start trashing it because it doesn't live up to whatever the original IP is a lot of times. Or like I said, it's just what happens is the directors or writers will start taking liberties and adapting the story and telling it their way instead of telling the story how the story is supposed to be told, and that fucks things up a lot. So things don't really go that way.
That's a double-edged sword too, right? Because like writing and reading a book and a story in that sense can portray a scene or a feeling a certain way to every individual who perceives it. And a filmmaker has to take that and figure out how to visually represent it. And that oftentimes requires some changes because they physically can't represent something that is being portrayed in a story.
So this is like my like this is a take that I have like kind of on this like topic, right? Is I think personally that if you're a person, I'm looking into the camera, and even though I'm pretty sure you guys aren't the guys, but I'm gonna look into the camera because that's how serious I am. If you are a person that reads a book and then expects to get the exact same shit out of a fucking movie, don't ever fucking watch the movie. Don't ever watch the fucking show. Do yourself a favor. Don't ever fucking do it. Let the people that have not read the book enjoy a story. It doesn't even matter that it's not the fucking same story. It's a story. Like, that shit fucking drives me insane. I remember, so I read, I didn't read. My apologies. I did not read this. I remember watching a little bit of like Anne of Green Gables when I was a kid, right? The original Anne of Green Gables. It was like, you guys might not even know anything about that.
I've seen it, and my mom liked that movie a lot.
Okay, so yeah, there was like an actual series and shit in the 80s or 90s. I don't remember what. And they re-brought it back out in like 2018 or something like that. And it's on Netflix. And you can still watch it on Netflix. It's called Anne with an E. And it is like the same world, right? But the story's not identical. So I go on fucking Reddit because I was like, yo, when did this shit got canceled in like 2022 or 2021? I can't remember. I'm like, I wonder how long something can take before they can like revisit it or whatever. Because I really enjoyed it. I rewatched the new one. I thought it was really good. And I enjoyed it. And I was kind of upset that it got canceled. But they did kind of like finish it up decently. Anyways. And I go on Reddit, bro. All it is just like a ton of fucking like what I'll honestly, dude, they're probably just Karens going fucking crazy. This is so not even the same story. And it's like they're adding so much stuff to it. It's like, yeah, bitch, they're making it fucking relevant to today. This is from the fucking 1890s. Not everybody even watched the shit in the fucking 80s. So who fucking cares? If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. And like, it's not just her. Then I'm like reading, there's just like pages of fucking these people that are like crying about how it's like they took liberties with this and like they added this, they added that. It's like there was nothing to do with like one of Anne's friends coming out. I'm like, it's for today's age people. It's for like today's times. Like, do you think that there was no gay people back in that time? Because there was. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's just like all this extra stuff. It fucking drives me nuts. So people that are like diehards, just fucking stick with what you know, and you like don't fucking cry about everything. You ruin it for everybody else.
But can you tell us how you really feel?
That was it, bro.
Dude,
okay.
I
I wasn't sure. So no, but I get that, dude.
I feel such catharsis from hearing you say it though, because I agree.
I'm kind of one of those people, but at the same time, I'm not someone who's like, oh, this is fucking, I'm not going to go out and publicly fucking shame. I might be like, it just wasn't for me. It just didn't hit the spot for me. You know what I mean? Just like, for instance, like this doesn't really have any source material or anything to like really go back to, but it's got a lot of lore and history as far as the franchise goes. The newest Star Wars thing that came out, the Acolyte. There's some things in it that I thought were pretty cool, but then there are some things as far as like Chris is saying where it didn't quite go along with storylines, or there did certain things that just didn't really make sense to me, just for knowing as much as I know about Star Wars and watching it, you know, since I was a kid, that I was just like, it just didn't hit the mark for me. But I was talking to Michelle about it, and she's like, but I loved it. And so it's like, you know, sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. And like we've said before, not everything is for everyone.
Yeah. I mean,
but
taste is subjective, right?
But yeah, honestly, what I would really just like to see as far as like TV and movies go is like, as much as I do like, you know, adaptations of this or that, like I would like to see some fresh, new ideas and new types of movies that aren't so much based off of things in the past, you know, like, dude,
I
like,
think that
could you imagine if we could get
not like super blockbuster, super
that's
hype,
the thing,
heavy marketing.
That's
like,
kind of what I'm
just not
saying
there.
is they're not getting picked up by big, production companies. Geez, that took too long to say. But it just takes too long. Or they're just not these bigger production companies like Paramount and, you know, Netflix and all this. They're not willing to take the risk on new IP because they want to know that there's a market for whatever they're going to put out majority of the time.
You need to know that there's a return on investment. And
Yeah.
so when you look at something like Star Wars or Marvel, for examples.
That's why we don't have as many good comedy movies nowadays.
Yeah, like you need one of the guys that are known for writing to be like, all right, I'm bored. It's time to make a new movie. Because those guys make movies because they want to make them, not because they're looking to make tons and tons of money.
Like someone's like, yo, we need one of these.
Yeah, we need another Iron Man stat. Somebody fucking wake Robert Downey. Let's go. Like, no, like.
It's like, you remember this comedy movie from the 80s?
Like Adam Sandler rolls out of bed and goes,
dude, did you hear,
it's time
guys?
to make another one.
They're doing another Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, no, I heard that.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
But see, like, that's the thing, though. We're in, like, this, like, weird window, James, where I'm like, I kind of want to see that. I don't need something fresh and new. I wouldn't mind. I would like that.
The thing with that, the only reason why I'm excited about that is that might bring a resurgence of those kinds of comedies coming back. You know what I mean? Because like we said, it's somewhat obviously Adam Sandler's putting it out with Happy Madison. He can pretty much make whatever movie he wants to. He's done it forever many years now. You know what I mean? Not all of them hit, some of them miss. But, you know, some of them are also awesome. But
well, I mean, that's the thing. He just, again, he does it because he wants to make a movie. You know, he's like, all right, I'll make one and I'm going to put my boys in it and we're going to have a good time doing it. And
I'm just hoping
like he's just like, hey, guys, I got another idea. It's for the boys. Like, honestly, like when I hear like the guys on fucking Bob Does Sports, when he's like, oh, it's for the boys.
You know,
that's
like
what
that,
I feel like Adam Sandler's always
that one movie that Adam Sandler did with Jennifer Aniston where they like go to like, what is it?
Hawaii?
Just Go With It or whatever.
Yeah, that's the one where they go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
It's like,
you know, he literally like, because you know how Nick Swartzen's in it and he's like the German guy. Yeah, he's got like the weird accent or whatever. He's literally, I listened to a podcast with Nick Swartz and he's talking about how he's just sitting there one day and he gets a phone call from Adam. And Adam's like, and he kind of does like his little Adam impression or whatever. He's like, hey, can you do a German accent? And then he's like, you mean like this? And he's like, kind of like does like whatever. And he's like, yeah, exactly. Perfect. He's like, all right, I'll call you back. And then like he hangs up and he's like a day or two later, he calls me back and he's like, hey man, we're filming a movie in Hawaii. You're going to play a German guy.
Yeah, no audition. You just
hey, can you do
talk
an
to me on the
accent?
phone.
All right, cool. Meet me in Hawaii.
Honestly, though, like that That's got to be one of the cool things about being friends with Adam Sandler is that you do get a phone call like that where it's like, "Hey, you busy? All right, meet me here on this day. We're making a movie."
Did you guys ever
All right.
watch the like award ceremony when he got the Mark Twain Award?
I don't think I ever did. No.
Yeah, because whenever someone's presented with that award, they always have like a group of their friends and their peers come up and give like a little speech about whoever's receiving it. So of course, you got Sandler, you got Rock, I think went up there and said something. You had Schneider go up and say something. You had like all these fucking people from like all those movies go up and just like it was literally like stand-up fucking sets, bro, just talking shit about like Adam or just like breaking each other's balls and stuff. Like, do you know that Adam Sandler calls Steve Buscemi the Boosh?
The boosh.
He's like, yeah, that's what he calls me. And then all of a sudden you hear Adam from like the audience going, the Boosh. It's so funny, dude.
That man is an absolute gem. An absolute gem. But like,
I actually enjoy like all the guys that are in Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah, I don't think there's one guy that I'm just like, I don't know. You know, they're all
Like
pretty
any of
solid.
them that have done their own movies or had like bigger roles than they play in those movies outside of Adam Sandler movies, like I always like thought were awesome.
I just love the one guy that always cracks me up is the dude that they get to always be the cross-eyed guy.
Oh yeah.
I can never remember his name, but he's in
I
like
have no idea what
everything
it is.
in like three out of the 5 movies off the top of my head. He's got cross eyes, and he's like,
yep. I
Good
can't remember
stuff.
his name either.
he's like the blonde guy.
Yeah, that's the dude who ended up taking my buddy Dickie's role in Grown Ups.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was originally unavailable.
Now I hate him.
He was originally unavailable, and so my man Dickie was gonna play his role in Colin Quinn's group. And then things changed for that guy, and he was available, and it was like, sorry, man, but, I got to do it for the homie. And so that's how he ends up taking that role over. And you end up just seeing my man Rain and my man Dickie as extras in a couple scenes now, because it's like, we still want you here.
You know what's crazy about that movie, bro? And as much as I love Kevin James and he's fucking hilarious, do you know that like the original idea for that, obviously, like when they kind of first came up with it, was for that to be fucking Farley?
Yep.
Because they all, you know how Kevin James is in Grown Ups, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Originally, like when the idea I think may first come up for this, that was supposed to be for Farley. Because like they all started together on SNL. Farley, Rock, Spade, Schneider, Adam. They were all core cast members.
Yeah,
But
Tim Meadows.
yeah. And then obviously after the years, Farley passed, and then Kevin James just kind of like filled that spot somehow, which is kind of crazy because Kevin James is kind of Farley-esque with his physicality, because Kevin James is super physical, bro.
And he's got a little bit of the aggressive yelling thing too.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
as much, but like he does have a little bit.
Dude, did you ever watch that one where he was like an MMA? He did like MMA.
Yeah, I did. He's
Dude,
a teacher.
It was actually a pretty good movie, bro.
No, it actually is. What the fuck is that called?
I forget, dude.
Never watched a lot of his movies, but I loved King of Queens.
King of Queens, dude, so good.
Dude,
and that's
so
why, like,
fucking
dude,
good.
King of Queens was like super good way before he was doing any movies.
Like
the first movie I remember him doing, I think King of Queens was still going on, was Hitch.
Oh, dude, Hitch was good, bro.
Yeah, dude, Hitch.
Don't toss the pizza. They got food there. Dude, I stole like every move from that whole fucking thing. That was just like my shit for a while, bro. I tossed the pizza, the Q-tips, all of it, dude.
I haven't thought about that movie in so long.
It had Eva Mendes in it. She was like the love interest.
Dude.
I don't remember. Oh, no, I don't think that like the woman that Kevin James was gonna marry was like super A-list.
I don't remember.
I can't remember either.
Those were my shed years when I actually had a shed that I smoked copious amounts of weed with my friends in. So I don't remember a lot of that time in my life.
I don't remember. Like, I remember I basically regurgitated enough stuff from that, and that's like probably everything that I have. I could probably tell you a few scenes that I can remember, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Also, the cross-eyed guy, his name's Jonathan Logren.
Jonathan Logren. No wonder
Yeah,
I
like
can't remember him.
Loughran. I'm assuming that's Logren.
Logren. Yeah, that's why I can never remember him. That's such a last name.
Yeah.
That just curses you to the C list right there. And
Dude, what was it? He was in one of them too, and it's like him and another one of the guys were like a gay couple. Did he have a cross eye in that one?
No.
What movie was that one? Is that Big Daddy?
Big Dad. I don't think he was. Was it him? No, it was the other two guys. The guy from. Or no, maybe you're right.
I'm pretty sure it's him.
You might be right. Yeah,
It was him and the guy.
They're the
like
lawyers,
Dante.
right? Yeah, they're the lawyers, right?
I don't remember if they were lawyers or not for some reason.
Yeah, he plays one of the dudes in fucking Little Nicky.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in like
they
all
say
the
beer
movies, too.
lowers your body temperature, but I don't know.
Because I'm pretty sure he was in Grandma's Boy too. But
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pulling up to
he was Grandma's Boy.
IMDb
He was
right
Josh,
now.
2006 Grandma's Boy.
He's
the
in, like,
Benchwarmers.
51st Days.
Dude,
like,
Benchwarmers,
so many
bro.
of them.
Benchwarmers was a sleeper, I feel.
Dude, he's in like every Adam Sandler movie. He's in Punch Drunk Love, Anger Management, all sorts of different shit. Bulletproof. That was like one of the first movies I remember Adam Sandler doing. What? Bulletproof?
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Yeah, I don't
It was
remember.
with like him and
Bulletproof.
Damon Wayans, I think.
The only
it's
movie
Damon
I
Wayans and Adam Sandler.
only movie I know with Bulletproof in it that I've seen is Bulletproof Monk with Jet Li.
Okay. Yeah,
Great
this
movie.
one's just called Bulletproof. They're like cops, I think, or something. I can't remember.
Can we just appreciate that Jonathan Logren is in the POD music video for School of Hard Knocks?
Oh, I see that. Yeah. 2000.
Nice.
He was uncredited.
And in a similar vein, Eminem is in a video for Korn, Freak on a Leash, if I remember correctly.
There's a bunch of cameos in that video.
Yep. And of course,
speaking
our
of which,
beloved friend Matt Sinister was on the cover of NSYNC's album.
this is true.
Is that really true?
No, 100%
You never seen that
true.
picture, bro?
No.
Hold on, I'll pull it up.
At the time, Matt has long blonde hair. It was in his wrestling days.
Yeah. He's on the cover of the album in a large crowd shot. I gotta just.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm googling album cover right now because I
did I
can't
never know
remember the
that?
name of this album. Yeah, I remember talking. You must not have been in the room the couple of times that we were talking with him. It's the album
like-
Celebrity.
I'm just an absolute idiot. Totally possible.
All right, so I'm pulling it up right now, and then I.
It's like a cover with a bunch of like celebs
Yep,
and stuff
yeah,
on
it's
it.
it's the album Celebrity.
Because I remember him talking about like he was doing that. He wasn't he going to do like a TV show?
He was in a
he was on
TV
a
show.
TV
He was
show.
on
Oh.
Angel.
Okay, all right. There you go.
Yeah, and he. I remember him
think he
showing
did
us
a
clips
few
of that
shows.
because he was like he literally
He
had to
wrestled
wrestle and throw
midgets.
somebody around and shit.
Or little people.
All right.
Or whatever, however you say it.
Yeah.
I don't know now.
Insert proper term.
Yeah, I
Feel
don't.
free to email us. Tell us what it is.
Nothing bad by it.
I think you got it right with little people. I think that is the
Well, that's not what I said first.
the happy term. All right, see if I can pull this up so I can actually get close enough look at it. This is too small.
It's off on the left side, I think.
What now?
I think Matt's like on the left side.
Yeah, no, I know where he is.
Oh, okay.
It's just all the pictures I keep pulling up of that album are like really small, so like we couldn't actually see him.
What's the album called?
It's
Celebrity.
It's Celebrity. I got it pulled up now.
And it's NSYNC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to desktop view now. Bam, the famous desktop view. And there's Matt where my cursor is right here. This blonde guy right here that my cursor is pointing at.
Yeah, your cursor's not showing up on my screen.
Oh,
bro.
really? Because I'm seeing it on mine. But yeah, right over the far left dude's shoulder, this blonde guy, the round face.
You'll know as soon as you see it.
There's a weird red-headed person to the far left, and then Matt's next to them.
Yo, is that seriously him?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's Matt Sinister.
That is 100% Matt.
That's our boy. Rest in peace, Matt Sinister, on the cover of an NSYNC album.
That's actually one of the coolest things.
He's out there doing extra work, and bam, there he is on the cover of a pop music album.
They're like, we like your look.
I love the fact that it's like it is so friggin' random that like of all the people that are in that crowd, like you don't notice him until you notice him. And
Yeah.
as soon as you notice him, you don't unsee him ever again. Because he suddenly sticks out like a sore thumb to everybody else in that crowd.
Yeah, he's like staring me down.
Dude,
100%.
touching back on Eminem though, any of you guys listening to the Death of Slim Shady yet?
Dude, I need to listen to this whole album.
Is the whole album done? Is it
Yeah,
out?
it's out, dude.
Yo,
I didn't know.
Stan-
I've heard two.
the homie Stan reached out and he's like, dude, you need to listen to it because if you listen to it from front to back, it's Marshall kills Slim. But if you
So it
listen,
starts off and he's starting off rapping like he does now, and by the end of it, it's Slim pretty much. Right? Is like the gist of it. I haven't listened to it front to back, but I've listened to like a couple songs through it, and you notice the transition just in the two songs.
The way that he's explaining it to me, hold on, I'm gonna pull up the text message because like me and a homie have been talking about this a bit. He goes, "This new album is insane. M specifically said to listen to it in order, so it's going around on the internet that if you listen to it in order chronologically, Marshall kills Slim, but backwards in order, Slim kills Marshall."
All right, I'm doing this after this episode. I'm literally just gonna put it on, listen to it forwards, and then somehow
Right?
figure
Like-
out to go backwards.
I need to just make time so that I can just do that. I can listen to it and see, but Stan's feeling it. Like the way when
Dude.
he's listening to it, he's like, I can see what people are seeing.
Like there's one song that I listened to the other day just because like I've been hearing a lot about it. It's Toby.
Oh
and
yeah,
it's featuring Big Sean and
he dropped a video for
Fuck.
that one too.
yeah, I forgot who the other guy is. He's like a newer kid from Detroit, but they're all three Detroit rappers and they're like representing Detroit and like it's kind of fucking sick. And then there's one other one that I listened to with JDI or Jid. Who if you haven't listened to him at all, he's crazy on his own. And then you put him and M together on a song and it's next level.
That other guy is Babytron.
Yeah, Babytron. There you go.
Babytron.
Big Sean and Babytron are the featured artists on Toby. Yeah, M's on some other shit right now, and it's pretty fucking amazing, and I'm pretty excited right now. I was even saying to Stan, I was like, man, like I have been just kind of bored listening to M over the last few years, but this new shit, yo, I'm like, oh, we could do it all. And it's exciting.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy too is like I've kind of like like excitement for like new like hip hop music is kind of peaked slightly because of the whole Kendrick Drake beef and all like the good shit that came from that as far as music, and then you know this M stuff that's been dropping, like pretty excited about, you know, at least where Kendrick's going and where M's going. So it's like I know I'm gonna have hopefully a good couple albums from both to you know, look forward to. You know what I
Well,
mean?
I mean, we got some crazy people blowing up too, like Prof, dude.
Oh yeah, Prof is crazy.
Like on some whole other shit. There's this dude, La Russell, that I've
Yeah,
been
the Russell
following.
he's from the Bay.
Dude, so good. He's blowing up now. Like I've been saying it for like the last year or two. Close Contra,
Oh yeah.
unbelievable. You know what I mean? Like there is a lot of heat that's coming up. Scarlip, yo, Scarlip is the first female MC I've seen in years where I was like, we might have somebody to come back and be like the next gangster rap queen. Because like her flow, her delivery is like gutter, but still like fresh and new. Like I like it a lot. It's got that heavy New York sound. It I dig it. I think it's gonna be something big for the gangster rap sound on the East Coast. Because like I'm not seeing like another Nas right now. You just got Nas. You know,
But dude, the
like,
crazy thing about Nas is the last like year or two, or, like prior, like dude, he dropped all kinds of shit.
I know. That's it. Like Nas is our king out here.
And it's like he ain't even got to drop like that anymore. Nas, what are you doing? But he just did it just because just hey, listen to this.
Yeah. By the way, I still do this.
Yeah. By the way, I still live this life,
You know, has Fabulous put out a record lately?
dude.
No.
What happened to Fab, bro? What
Like-
happened to Fab? Like for real?
Like Fab was always consistent with one or two bangers every year, and then
What happened to Cassidy?
I'm actually going to ask Google that question because I have no idea.
When was the last time you heard something from him?
Why is it that I started typing in what happened to, and the first person was Eminem? Get out of here with that.
He good right now. He's eating.
Jail is what happened. That was
Oh.
why. That was why he kind of disappeared.
All right.
He's out now, trying to bring back the career. So, but yeah, spent time in prison.
Dude, do you know who I'd be excited to hear some new music from? Who's probably had a lot that I just have been sleeping on for a while. I need to get back into some Yellow Wolf.
Yo, Yella.
Dude, Trunk Music and Trunk Music 2.
So that new Yella is not like that old Yella.
Radioactive is pretty fucking good album too. He went back to more towards like his country rap shit, right?
He swung that way for a while, then he swung back to like something of more of like a classic dirty South, not quite Trunk Music, because Trunk Music had that like darker vibe to it.
Yeah.
But like the thing with Yellow Wolf is if you like some type of hip hop, there's probably something in his catalog that you can enjoy, because he does have that like country vibe. Couple of albums that he's done that, like, if you're a Jelly Roll fan, you know what I mean, from that era or any of that, like that's gonna be your jam all day. But like if you like that like Trunk Music style, like Box Chevy, woo, you know what I mean? Like he's got those kind of just trunk rumblers.
Dude, Pop the Trunk, bro. I used to love that song, bro.
When that song dropped, I was, in doing my hip hop thing at the time, and my boy Rain on the label was like, "Yo, have you heard this dude yet?" I was like, "Nah." He's like, "Yo, this kid Yellow Wolf that M just signed." He's like, "He totally jacked your swag." He's like, "This is what you need to like think about." And him and Dickie showed me "Pop the Trunk." And at the time, my big single was called "The President's Wife," and it was all about sneaking past security, breaking into the White House, kidnapping the president's wife, bringing her to the ghetto, turning her into a crackhead, all to prove that anyone could become a crackhead.
All right.
That was my big song, "Kidnap the President's Wife."
Dude, it was just the beat and the way the fucking hook hit, dude. Don't make me go and pop the trunk.
Right.
On you. Dude,
They showed me that shit. I was like, whoo.
Fuck, I'm listening to Yellow Wolf after this. Fuck. There's so much shit I need to make sure I put on my playlist tonight.
Dude, that shit.
Oh, dude,
Pop
I just
the
got
Trunk
so
go hard.
amped right now, dude.
Is it 3 men down, 2 gotta go?
Or dude, even when he was with Slaughterhouse, dude, remember Slaughterhouse, bro? That was insane because you had Royce, you had M, you had Joe Button, which you had Yellow, you had fuck, who else was there? Why am I forgetting names? There's 2 more, but I can't remember them.
I can't remember. Hold on. This is where the great Google helps us.
Dude, Slaughterhouse was sick.
King Crooked.
Yep.
Joel Ortiz.
Joel Ortiz, bro. He was sick too.
Dude, Joel Ortiz. Psh. Joel Ortiz was fire solo. Never mind when you put him with all of that heat. Like, let's be honest. Av's always been, keeping the fire around him. Like, let's not forget D12. Proof was a beast. Like,
dude, I hear a lot of story. I heard a lot of stories about how Proof was about that life too. Like, don't fuck with Proof.
I remember back then being like one of the Juggalo kids. It was like taboo to fuck with Eminem, right? Because like that was the era of like the M and ICP beef. And I remember some groundbreaking shit happened when the rap group Twisted recorded a track with Proof. And unfortunately, before it released, Proof passed away. So Twisted, at the time on Psychopathic Records, actually had the last release of a track with Proof on it. And that shit was like mind-blowing. Like, Proof's verse on that is just utterly incredible. Like, to hear him on that style of rap, he just slid right in like he's been doing it his whole life. And it was incredible.
Well, you know what they say. They say Proof helped write a lot of M stuff back in the day.
Well,
which, when you're in a room and you're writing and the buddy's sitting there and he just say a line, you're like, ooh, that's good.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be real. Like when I used to write with the homies, right? Like we would do that shit all the time. Like it wasn't even so much like people wrote for each other.
Man, we in here working.
That's it. It's like
we in the lab.
I spit this bar to you, and you're like, yo, that's dope. But what if you said this? It's like, oh,
Dude,
yeah.
One of my favorite things to listen to, bro, is a good pass back.
Yep.
You know what I mean? When you got like 2, 3, or like TDE used to do it a lot, bro. And that's why I like TDE a lot, because like there's a couple songs where they just like fucking like, and there's like no rhyme or reason to it really either. It's just like
it could be 2 bars, 4 bars, half a bar,
an ad lib.
You know?
But like they just like keep it fucking flowing to where it's like, wait, were these? There's no way they were all in the studio at the same time recording this,
Well, I
like
mean,
in a booth.
back in the day, like when they used to do
Yeah.
that shit in the 90s, they were. And that's like when you listen to like them old Tribe Called Quest jams and shit, when they would do that, like that was all in the booth together. Like, and then maybe you would go in after and do like regular takes of everybody's vocals and then scrub the group. But like some of those are just one take back in them days. Like that shit's crazy. How much, as somebody who used to rap and record, like to nail something the way that some of those people had to nail it back in those days takes so much practice so that you can hit it perfect every time on the beat. Like, I would practice my own song hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times going to record it. Each take would be at least a little bit off, a little bit different. Like, it's incredible. It's incredible how much work they had to do to get it just right back then.
Like those old Motown records too, bro.
No, like even more when you get into that, right? Like you think about the
like,
bands and shit.
Because like honestly, once we started thinking about studios, I instantly have you guys ever watched the Temptations movie?
Forever ago. It's been,
Dude, I've
it's been
actually
at least
watched-
10
yeah.
years.
I've watched it a few times, dude. I actually really like that movie because I like that type of music. I like Motown era music a lot. But like seeing like like obviously they did like an era or a timepiece where when they were in the studio they tried to replicate it, and seeing all of them like in the studio standing together with their own mics, and like you can tell whoever's got the solo for the song because they might be standing off to the side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they
and
get
then
the
like
special
they have,
mic.
and then they've got the band, maybe a couple members of the band in there, and
It's
pretty cool stuff.
It's a special thing too, right? Because like with that era of music, there it is. With that era of music, like little mistakes sometimes become just part of the song because fuck it, send it. Like one of my favorites is September by Earth, Wind and Fire.
Dude,
Such a banger,
you know
right?
what's funny about that song that you mentioned, that song, Sean? That's been my mom's ringtone on her phone since you could get ringtones on phones.
Hell yeah.
So I've listened, not only that, but my mom had an Earth, Wind, and Fire like greatest hit CD that she'd keep in her van. So whenever we're going to school, we'd, all that stuff, bro. September, Boogie Wonderland.
The jams, baby. Yeah.
Not only that, bro, but in high school, in marching band, we've had an Earth, Wind, and Fire field show. So we played
really?
September. What other ones did we do? Oh no, it wasn't just Earth, Wind, and Fire. It was like a mix. It was like Earth, Wind, and Fire, a Santana song, and something else. Or no, I don't remember, dude. Either way, dude, we play all kinds of crazy shit. But September was a song that we played. I know that because I had a sick little fucking solo part in there. A trombone, dude.
Yeah, there's a bass fuck up right in the beginning, and they just left it. They said, "Fuck it, one take." That song is all one take.
It's funk, dude.
Like he fucked up. You can once you hear it, like I can't unhear it now that I know it's there. But
you remember?
it's just such a banger. That song was just a quick ask, like, "Hey, we need like one more song," and they were like, "All right, give us like 20 minutes," kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And they like talked amongst themselves, jammed around a little. Was like, "We got it, one take, boom, send it," and it
dude,
a song with no thought.
That just speaks to how good either their band is or their session musicians they had in there at that time. Because those guys, dude, some of them, they could just fucking pick that shit up and make that shit sound nice right from the get. But another funny thing about that song, dude, is that my sister created a playlist for my nephew. It's called Ira's Happy Songs. and that song's on there. And dude, there's so many other ones. Like I went and put like "Don't Worry, Be Happy." Not the one from Bob Marley, but the one from
Robbie McFerrin,
yes,
the
with
original.
the whistles and all that.
Yeah.
And then of course I threw "Happy" from Pharrell on there because that's just a song that all kids love. But dude, speaking of my nephew too, sorry, this is totally sidetracked, but I get excited thinking about him. He's been over the past couple days, dude. And yesterday, man, this kid was smiley as shit, dude. Like for like a good like hour or so, me and him were just like chilling. He was like laying in his little pack and play, and he was just smiling and like cooing and dude, the kid is growing up too quick, man. Too damn quick. It's awesome, man. It's awesome. Every day, whenever I come home, no matter what's happened at work, I see that kid, and I'm just like, who cares, dude? Baby, bro. He's awesome.
It's like, yeah.
He's like my new best friend, dude. Well, no, he pretty much is, dude. And as soon as I see him, I'm like, what up, buddy? What's going on, buddy?
Strangely, that's how I talk to some of my fucking employees when they're acting really dumb. Like, it's okay, buddy. We'll work this out.
Yeah. My mom says when I talk to him, I sound like Tigger.
Well, you know what they say. The wonderful thing about Tiggers is the Tiggers love to bounce.
Yeah. One of the wonderful thing about Tigger is the Tigger's a wonderful thing.
Shout out to Tigger, dude. That dude does not get enough love. Fucking springtail loaded goddamn bouncing tiger.
Dude, I don't think I ever really was super into any like of the Winnie the Pooh stuff growing up.
I remember like reading the books with my mom.
I don't even think I read the books. I may have watched the movie.
Like, I remember watching some of the cartoons when I was
Or
real little.
cartoons. I don't even know if they were movies, more like they were shorts or something, right?
I think it was like a small cartoon series.
Like a
from
20 minutes worth of action.
Yeah, like a small cartoon series, probably late 80s, early 90s era.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I feel like it was on for a long time. So
dude,
like,
honestly,
it was probably lots of syndication.
Once I was like 3 and found the Turtles, bro, it was over. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, speaking of that.
My man's got a
sick, dude.
Dude, actually, today I was like in the grocery store, and this woman stops me that works there, and she's like, "I like your shirt." I was like, "Oh, thanks." She's like, "The last time we were in here, you had a Stranger Things shirt on." I was just like, "Okay."
Scoping you out, dog.
So then she's like, "I'm just like really into pop culture. Like I love pop culture." So she's like, "Anything?" And she's like, "No, it wasn't anything like that, to be honest."
No, I know. I was just making jokes.
I just wanted to, put that.
No. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
And yeah, so then we had like a conversation. She was like talking about how like Stranger Things, and like then she was like talking about. She's talking about Wolverine.
Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah. She was talking
comes
about
out
that.
This weekend, bro.
Yeah, she was like really excited. She said she's already paid for her tickets to go see it. So I was like, oh,
yeah,
cool.
I'm supposed to have plans. Well, I don't have. They're not set in stone yet, but Nick wants to go see it. So like, I'm kind of wanting to wait, but also if he doesn't hit me up to go this weekend, I might still go and see it this weekend and still go see it with him and act like I didn't see it.
It's gonna be good. Like,
yeah.
Like, that's one of those
I don't know.
things.
I might not. I don't know. I haven't. It's hard because I really want to see it, and also like all the Marvel stuff. Like, is something me and my dad go and see a lot. So like, I might just take my dad to go see it, and then go and see it with Nick as well. Either way, it's probably gonna be worth seeing twice. Hopefully, knock on some wood.
I don't think there's any way it can be bad. I mean,
Dude, there's gonna be so many fucking cameos in it. It's gonna be crazy. And not only that, but just to see Hugh in the fucking suit as fucking Wolverine is gonna be pretty sick, like on screen.
it's the whole interplay of the Wolverine character and the Deadpool character. Two very conflicting personalities working together. The banter alone is going to
Oh,
make
yeah.
that worth watching over and over again. Never mind cameos and everything else.
But the best part about it is like the way that they're bringing, because this is how Deadpool's entering into the MCU, and this is also how they're going to be able to like introduce, you know, other characters to possibly bring them in, you know, in the act. Because like the way they're doing this is Deadpool's going to be traveling through like different multiversal timelines and shit, and meeting all kinds of different people along the way, sort of thing, trying to accomplish a specific goal or something at the end. Not 100% sure, but I know like that's kind of like the concept. And like just knowing that, like we're gonna be seeing so many like alternative characters as well of people maybe playing characters that didn't play them before, or like different variations, because the whole point of like the different timelines is you have a different variant in each timeline, and not each one is exactly the same. Some are slightly different in different ways, so it could be good, could be bad. You could even be a physical change or a mental change or like whatever. So like there's this whole fucking thing, dude, and it's going to be exciting to kind of see the Deadpool fourth wall breaking, joke cracking, smart assness, along with the Wolverine stern kind of badass, no bullshit type banter that you see in the comics so much on screen, with those two guys that kind of already have that banter between themselves already, just in general. Like whenever they're doing stuff together, they're always cracking jokes at each other and this and that, and it's just going to be like obviously them in their characters, which for Ryan Reynolds isn't too far off because he's kind of already just Deadpool in real life. Just, you know what I mean? His character is so much like him. It's, you know what I mean? It's like he's born to play that character.
That's not an untrue statement, because like
Every movie you see Ryan Reynolds in, he's a very similar kind of smart ass, deadpan, crack jokes.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Waiting. That was my first experience seeing Ryan Reynolds as an actor and being like, I kind of like this guy.
Was that before or after Two Guys and a Girl?
Probably after. Because Two Guys and a Girl was his big.
I forgot he was in Two Guys and a Girl.
Yeah, he was pretty funny in that show.
Dude, he was really funny in that show. I forgot all about that show.
And also, wasn't that woman? Didn't she play a role? Oh, she was in Dirty Work, I think. You ever seen Dirty Work? Like Norm Macdonald and Artie Lang?
No.
Oh my God, James! I think you'd think it was really funny. Actually, it's pretty funny.
If Norm's in it, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I think I've seen clips from it. I think because I think there's like.
I think that Norm Macdonald's love interest is the girl from Two Guys and a Girl.
Okay, but there's like a clip from that movie I think I've seen where like Norm gets like thrown out of like a bar or something.
Yeah, I think that definitely happens in that movie.
Yeah. So I know what movie you're talking about, but I've never seen the whole movie. I've only seen clips. But I'm down because Norm's amazing. R.I.P. Norm.
Yeah, it's like Norm Macdonald was like the star, and then like Artie Lang was his best friend.
So, Two Guys, a Girl at a Pizza Place was 1998 through 2001.
Damn. I don't think I ever watched that show.
And did I already blow by Waiting? I just feel like I'm starting to get too...
Waiting could have came out in the late 90s.
Came out late later because that came out after like Van Wilder and stuff.
Really? I thought it was before Van Wilder.
No, Van Wilder was like his big like movie break. I
Dude,
believe.
I have to, like, now I'm up to Ted. Like, I have to have just blown by it. There it is. 2005.
Yeah.
Wow.
Van Wilder was like in the 90s, I think.
And Van Wilder was 2002.
Okay. Closer to the 90s.
Wow.
Dude, I used to love Van Wilder.
right now.
Dude,
What?
I still think it's kind of crazy that like I don't allegedly, according to Bert Kreischer, that movie's based off of his life, sort of. Because like he got an article written about him in Rolling Stone magazine as the #1 party animal in the world, and then like they came out and like, or they obviously came out and wrote about him or whatever, and then he like got like a fucking deal and they like auctioned off the rights to his life so they could fucking write the movie or some shit. And then National Lampoons or whoever bought it. This is all according to Bert Kreischer, so who knows how much truth there is to that.
That
But-
could all be an elaborate joke.
But I know there is definitely an article written about Bert Kreischer in Rolling Stone magazine as #1 party animal in the world. That much is true.
Dude, he got paid. Ryan Reynolds is getting paid a lot of money for this, guaranteed, bro. For Deadpool 2, he made $20 million plus percentage of box office. Fucking.
Well, yeah, because he's a writer and producer and stuff, I think.
Well, like this is the movies that he's like, it says salaries. So it says Spirited in 2022, $20 million. The Atom Project in 2022, $15 million. Red Notice 2021, $20 million. Six Underground in 2019, $27 million. The original Deadpool in 2016, he made $2 million plus box office bonuses.
Talk about growth.
Yeah. Talk about it.
Wow. He did Deadpool, and all of a sudden everyone was like,
Dude, and that's just his acting salary. That's not on top of his Mint Mobile and his gin and his his soccer team and whatever else he's invested in.
I love that his attitude is that I might be silly rich, but I do all these things for common people. When he does that too, like Mint Mobile, he's like, yeah, no, I'm not going
Like
to raise the price.
$15 a month or some shit.
Oh, yeah. Everyone else is raising prices. I'm gonna make it less money. Here you go. Like, buys a soccer team, and he's like, yeah, I want to make it more accessible for everyday people. Like, okay, cool. Like,
Have you guys seen that movie, The Atom Project? Just like on
Yeah.
note of Ryan Reynolds? Yeah,
It's pretty good.
yeah, it's a pretty good movie. I liked it.
The
yeah.
kid is funny as shit in that movie.
I don't even think
thought-
I've ever heard of it.
It's
Yeah.
it's a sci-fi kind of thing. But you might like it, dude, because it's like it's a cool partnership as far as like the kid and Ryan, like they're back and forth throughout the movie is pretty funny.
And like Zoe Saldana or whatever, however you say her name, she's in it. But it's like it's got a lot of action. Definitely. I actually do like the story.
Oh,
The story's not bad.
Yeah, I just got the Netflix quick synopsis off the interwebs, and it says
Yeah, it's on Netflix if you have
after accidentally crash landing in 2022, time-traveling fighter pilot Adam Reed teams up with his 12-year-old self on a mission to save the future.
Yeah.
Interesting.
it. Yeah, it's got famous people in it. It's got
I
Ryan Reynolds, Zoe Saldana, Mark Ruffalo. What's up
good.
brown haired lady's name?
Good old fucking Mark Ruffalo.
Can't remember.
She's super famous too. I can't forget her.
They all are.
Pretty positive ratings for it.
It wasn't bad, dude.
No, it's
Yeah.
a solid movie.
You know, Google fan reviews.
Jennifer Garner. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. There you go.
So we've talked about this in the past, but like Google fan reviews, 4.4 out of 5. So
Yeah.
pretty positive. Even Rotten Tomatoes giving it 4.5 out of 5.
The story, I think, is what kind of like keeps you like in. Like the story is pretty cool story, and obviously, like the writing was really good. It was either all writing or it was like pretty good improv between like Ryan and the kid, because like there's some moments in there that are pretty fucking funny, even though it is like it's like not necessarily a comedy, but it's hard to have Ryan Reynolds in a movie and him not be funny, you know?
Right. I mean, he's got to inject something.
And then
Well,
seeing
it says action adventure comedy.
yeah, okay. Yeah. So and also seeing the kid like mimic sort of Ryan Reynolds and like his like deadpan sort of, it's fun, dude. It's fun. I don't want to say any more without ruining it.
All right.
It's worth the watch. In my opinion,
Definitely.
it's worth the
Might
watch
have to
for sure.
carve some time to throw some Netflix on and watch a movie this weekend.
Absolutely.
There's some other good ones. There's like a couple coming out that I'm excited about too. Other than Deadpool, Wolverine, like the Borderlands movie looks pretty sick. It's like a video game adaptation. It's got like a bunch of like big names in it. Jack Black, Kevin Hart.
Jack Black made it into another video game movie.
Why can't I fucking think of her name now? Two other big why can't I remember their names? Anyway, it looks like it's going to be funny as well as an action, you know, sort of sci-fi, obviously, like post-apocalyptic planet situation. It looks pretty cool.
Dude, Ryan Reynolds is like, he's getting closer to 50.
Yeah.
Oh shit! That Borderlands movie's got a pretty stacked cast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Gina Gershon, Kate Blanchett,
Yeah, there you
Kevin
go.
Hart, Bobby Lee, Jack Black, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis. That's what I can think of.
Like, wow.
Well, speaking of Jamie Lee Curtis, did you see that they're doing a Freaky Friday 2 with Lindsay Lohan?
Oh, good for
for real?
Lindsay.
For reals, bro.
She needs a comeback.
She had a comeback last year, man. She had great reviews. She was in some Christmas movie or something.
Really? Well,
Yeah,
good
and then
for
I think
Lindsay. She
like,
needs a good comeback.
I think she's like in another like recent Netflix thing, or maybe it's the same movie. I don't know. It's
Who
like
knows?
Irish something.
I just remember part of her like beginning of her comeback was doing those Planet Fitness commercials. And I was like, okay. Odd way to say I'm getting healthy and I'm trying to make a name again. But I'll go with it. Yeah, dude, a new Freaky Friday, good for them.
You know what I thought about though? Right after that, I was like, how funny would it be to see a Parent Trap, like a new Parent Trap now? You know, with like,
It needs to be her and her twin sister's
Yeah.
family.
yeah, and they have twins that swap places,
Oh my god.
or they just they each have one kid, but they come out looking exactly the same.
Well, yeah, dude, that'd be gold.
I don't know. I'm not a writer. I'm just an idea man.
Listen, you're still pitching things that are
I'm just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. You know what I'm
a
saying?
little bit more different than the same things we've been seeing. So it's all good.
This is true. These are all reboots. New ideas, guys. New ideas. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
My brain always goes to horror because like
Yeah,
horror is the safe place for you to do weird and original things.
yeah.
And people will like buy into it anyway.
That's why a lot of stuff that's coming out right now is either big box office, action, adventure movies, or superhero movies or horror. Dude, there's so many horror movies coming
So
out.
many good sequels too, though. Like we just had another Bad Boys.
Oh,
which
dude, I haven't seen it yet. I heard it was
need to
okay.
catch.
I heard it was pretty good.
I enjoy the Bad Boys series and the interplay between.
I
those
enjoy
two.
Martin Lawrence, bro.
That's it. Like I need a good Martin Lawrence laugh. And then I just heard that there's a new Beverly Hills Cop on the horizon.
Oh, it's already out.
Really?
I think it's on Netflix already.
No.
Yeah, I might be wrong, but I think it's either on Netflix or it might be in.
Here it is, Axel F, 2024, and yeah, it appears to be on Netflix now.
Oh,
Yep.
what are you talking about? The new Beverly Hills Cop?
Yeah.
With Eddie Murphy.
Oh, dude, I watched it. It was fucking good. I like.
Was it?
Dude, it has all the fucking people in it too, bro. Like Judd Hirsch is in it. His partner, who's a pretty old man now, he was in it. It had the same fucking police chief.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got Kevin Bacon,
Yeah, Kevin, dude. Yeah. No, honestly,
Paul Reiser,
it was pretty fucking good.
I'll watch it.
Yeah,
Louise
it's worth that.
Guzman. Yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, they have the newest Ghostbusters too.
Yeah, he's one of the main guys, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Like,
The
dude,
newest, the
there's
newest
a-
Ghostbusters not bad on there. Like it's
What,
pretty
that one
good.
from 2022?
No, the one from 2024, the Frozen Empire.
Oh, I haven't seen that. That's on Netflix?
Yeah, top 10 right now on Netflix.
Oh.
If I
Dude,
go
there's some
into
good
mine-
specials out too on like Netflix and Amazon and stuff. Like there's one on Amazon that's really good. It's Sam Morril, You've Changed, I think. Or I've Changed, or one of those, one of those variations. But I watched it the other night. Dude, Sam Morril's super fucking funny. Good New York comic. What other specials have I watched recently too? There's a bunch coming out on YouTube now, which is sick.
Well, it's the
It's cool.
thing.
It's cool seeing those guys go that route,
At this point now,
straight to
right?
consumer instead of having to shop around for a streamer.
Well, that's the thing. It's like a lot of it comes down to like, a dollar cost analysis, right? The money you got to put in to ship it out to these people, to get it out there, to do what you're supposed to do, to try to get it onto the streaming platforms, and then what you make back on it. Fuck it. Might as well just put it up on YouTube on your own, put some ads on it, and call it a goddamn day. Probably make the same amount of money or a little more on YouTube right now.
Well, not even that, but think about how much quicker that translates to ticket sales.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Because that
100%.
everybody and their mom has access to YouTube. You know what I mean? Not everybody has a Netflix or an Amazon or a Hulu or HBO or whatever, platform. Because everybody's specials come out on different shit. It's just because whatever one picks it up. So it's cool to be able to go to one place on YouTube and find all these great specials from all these great comics.
I wish that some of the other comics like Uncle Roger, for example, like loved that show, went and saw it live, never got to watch the special I went to the taping of. Because the way that he did that was rather than release it on YouTube, take ad revenue off it, what have you, he chose to use a whole other like third-party platform thing that
Roman
did-
House?
I don't remember what it was, but it was like a pay-per-view system. So basically, you would pay whatever the fee was, and you would have access to a streaming key for 72 hours, I think it was. And after that, it's gone.
Yeah, I've watched something like that before from like Tom Segura through his website. It's like you had to like pay for it, and then you had it for like however long they allowed you to have it for, and then after that you couldn't watch it anymore.
And I mean, like, as a content creator, person who's worked, to make my own content, like, I'm 100% in favor of any way that an artist can make a bigger piece of the cut for their work, because when I think about Spotify and they start breaking down like how many streams it takes just to make $1 for like a lot of artists, it's crazy. So like with things like that, I totally understand it. I respect it. It bums me out that limits access for some people, because I love that these people are putting things on YouTube like that so that we can access it. Because shit, I'll sit through the ads for you to make your buck so that I can watch it, because I have access to it easily. Because like it literally felt like I didn't want to have to be constrained to watch it in that time frame that I had the time, the ability to watch it. I would have been cool to buy it and just have the digital copy permanently. But the fact that I had this little time constraint as a pay-per-view rental thing, I was like, forget it. I saw it live. It's fine.
Yeah, I get that.
And
Oh.
it helps the algorithm, right? So like Shane Gillis, Nick Swartzen, people who are stand-up comics who put these out there, then these smaller comics start coming up in the suggested videos, right? So guys like you and I, we watch a special from somebody who's, a national act, and all of a sudden we get an AJ Wilkerson thrown at us, and we click it. And next thing you know, we're like, dude, this guy.
If you guys aren't listening or haven't seen AJ Wilkerson, you're sleeping. But yeah, Nick Swartzen just put out a special, Carl, making joke from face.
I love that title.
He's on the Toilet Head tour at the moment. Do you remember a special, Seriously, Who Farted?
No.
Oh, dude, so good, dude. Because obviously that ties into a joke in the show. But like when they asked him what he wanted to name it, he's like, Seriously, who farted? And they all just kind of like laughed, and they're like, wait, are you serious? And he's like, yeah, seriously, who farted? They just like they were like really up for it at first, I guess. But hey, dude, guy knows his stuff. He got famous at like 19, bro. He wrote Grandma's Boy, dude.
Which is hilarious. Like the movie is hilarious. Sorry.
Not only did he write it, but
like
he's also
one of my
in
favorite movies.
Like he wrote a bunch of stuff, dude. He wrote the first Benchwarmers. Like him and well, I'm sure like him and like a couple other people, but like he's part of the writing team.
Yeah, I mean,
he's another one of those guys that's been in like every Adam Sandler thing. Pretty much.
Like, he's been around forever, and he's another one of those actors that like maybe you don't know his name, but I'm pretty certain you've probably seen something he was in.
Did Reno
Who are you
911?
talking about?
Nick Swartzen.
Oh, okay.
Reno 911, bro. Roller skating Terry.
Like almost famous in 2000. That's an
He
early
probably
one
had
for
like
him.
the most minimal role in that movie, though.
Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yep.
You know
Dude,
what
that
I mean?
was a Jamie Kennedy movie.
Grandma's Boy, Benchwarmers, Click,
He was
Reno
probably in every Adam
911,
Sandler movie
Blades
after
of
that.
Glory.
Yep.
I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Yeah.
Like, what else we got?
He's in both Grown Ups.
Yep.
You Don't Mess with the Zohan.
Yep.
Dude, in fucking Grandma's Boy, though, like his role, I would say he's like the co-star.
Oh,
It's like
for
he's
sure.
like the second, he's like his best friend, basically. Dude. All the talk about his parents and his mom, and every time I watch it, I'm
My
always
roommates.
fucking dying, bro. Yeah, he's like, my roommates. You mean your parents, man?
He's got the race car bed.
Yeah.
Dude, I
And Dance
fucking
Dance
love it.
Revolution, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, bro.
I've used that fucking GIF so many times, man.
DDR, bro. That was such a thing. I'm sure it's still a thing somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't think.
It's probably more VR related now.
I was gonna say I don't think the DDR craze ever went away. I think once it became available in home, we just didn't have to hear the stomping in the mall anymore.
Dude,
Well, it's not even that. Like, arcades are like dying anyways. So like,
it's not the same if you don't have the bar to lean on, bro. You know what I mean? Can't do your sick dance moves if you can't lean on the bar, dude.
Is that what it was? Shit.
Yeah, dude.
I just didn't have the coordination for it. I was like, not for me.
I don't know,
Goddamn.
dude. I was never that great at that game, to be completely honest with you.
honestly, I don't even know how many times, if ever, I even tried it.
Oh, I had the pads at home when I was a kid, for sure. My brother and sister loved that game. And of course, if they played, they'd need someone to play with every now and then. All right, I'm not doing nothing. Just try it out, and I'd be okay at it. I can get through a couple. There's a couple songs that I could get down, but it's just because after a while you memorize it, and it's like Guitar Hero for your feet.
Basically. Or for those PS1 players. Remember Parappa the Rapper?
Oh, dude, I remember that.
I don't.
That game.
I don't.
Oh,
Dude, you'd have to like do stuff to like say the words. Like,
Yeah,
you would rap.
Yeah, I
He
never
would
did
rap,
that.
but it was the
Never
same
played that
thing.
one.
X triangle square 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 triangle square triangle X
Dude,
X.
remember
You know?
cheat codes, bro? When you be able to like enter cheat codes in, like up, down, left, right, X, Y, you know,
A B
B,
A B
whatever.
start.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Listen, I still fucks with the cheat codes. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes, like Doom. All right, y'all know I love me some Doom. I'm a boomer shooter guy. Because that's what
Did
that's what
they
the kids
recently
call
come
them
out with
now.
a new one?
Oh yeah, they just dropped a new one. But like, I'll go back to the OG Doom 3D, and sometimes I'll just throw in the cheat codes. Give me all guns and give me God mode. I don't want to try. I just want to destroy stuff.
I
I
just
want to
wanna
blow
shoot
up some
stuff,
fucking
yeah.
demons, and that's it.
That's
Like,
what I used to love about Grand Theft Auto back in the day. Like
right.
San Andreas, I just go in and just enter all the codes and then just do whatever I wanted. I never did any missions or anything. I just
Yeah. I just want to go wreak havoc for an hour.
Yep.
You know, see if I can get up to 5 stars and how long can I run.
Yeah. Or get 5 stars and put the code in to like make them disappear real quick. All right, we good. Or just run quickly into the paint booth and just paint your car real quick.
My favorite was
Pull it
Yeah.
into your fucking garage and then grab a different car and come back out.
get to 4 stars, steal the FBI car, then throw the clear code to get rid of my wanted level. Because that FBI car is fire. That thing whips.
I used to love just stealing like a plane or a helicopter or whatever and just like flying it as high as I could and then just like fucking skydive. Like just like dive as fast as I could and then get like as close to like buildings and shit as I could before I pull my chute.
Yeah, when I stopped playing GTAs, flying was not very fun.
Oh, dude, the flying car was fun too.
I think the last one I played was Vice City.
But now you can pretty much do all that same stuff too. You just have to like create your own server and like play it like on a modded server, and you can pretty much mod it out for whatever you want now, which is pretty crazy. But
Well,
I don't know, man.
Now,
It's not
now
the
they're
same.
saying that like this next GTA will be the
Dude.
last GTA.
Have you seen any of like the like leaked like videos or
Well, I saw
trailers?
the trailer.
It looks crazy, bro.
Yeah, it does. from
Are
what
they using the Unreal 5 engine for it?
I think, I don't want to say yes because I don't know for sure, but I mean, it certainly looks like it.
It's kind of creepy.
Like it. I was talking about this with some of the guys at work the other day about how like the technology we have for video games has gotten to that point where you literally can forget that you're playing a game and almost be fully immersed in it like it's real. Like you're
Imagine playing
watching a
that like
movie.
in VR, bro. How realistic that might seem.
I believe it because like you figure like when I watch the iRaces that Michelle does, right? Like there are times I can completely forget that these are people playing a video game. Because the way that they're cut in that, like all of those cinematic shots of it all, like there are times I can forget that this is just a video game and not actual people driving actual physical cars. So like that's not even using the Unreal 5 and like the experimental features that are out there for some of these things. Like we're in for a crazy point where like VR is going to become almost undistinguishable, if not completely indistinguishable.
I've definitely seen some pretty cool AI. I mean, I feel like we could revisit this topic every 3 months, and you'll be like, "Yo, the advancements have been crazy."
Well, shit.
Like that's just where we're at right now
It
with
could
AI.
it could be tomorrow when something crazy happens, bro.
I follow a page that just is weird AI songs, and just yes, granted the prompts they're using make them funny, but the actual quality of just the music itself is scary accurate. Like I watched one where they were like asking AI to make a hit country song about Dr. Pepper. And god damn it if it didn't sound like something that could be on the radio tomorrow.
I don't know. It was like a bit risky. I heard that too. I don't even know where I heard it. It was like a little bit, like a little risky for the radio. I feel at the beginning.
I didn't hear that one, but I heard the one that they did that was inspired by the Hawk to a Girl. That one was actually kind of good.
The glue balloons. That one's hysterical because it's about getting your fucking balls stuck in the doors.
I haven't heard that one, but I've heard about it, but I haven't heard it specifically.
Oh my god! Like some of these AI songs are just incredibly creative, and then of course like I've been following that dude John Malecki, and he's done a lot of woodworking based off of AI. So they'll just like feed Midjourney some prompts like, here's something we did in the past, make it better, or we just want this idea, and then they'll try to recreate what AI has generated for them. And like some of the shit is incredible. It's dawn of a new era, friends. Dawn of a new era.
Oh, dude, it's like the new Samsung phones, bro. They literally have like AI in them that can summarize websites for you. It can categorize your notes for you. It can translate in real time.
Yeah.
Where like you could put headphones in if like the other person has headphones in, and you guys both have this phone. You could talk to each other in completely different languages, and it'll translate into your headphones into your language what was said to you.
Yep.
Crazy.
It's incredible that all this technology exists, and yet we are so
Dumb.
heavily divided and dumb. Yes, like it's
Agreed,
a smart.
man.
As that meme goes, like if somebody traveled into the future from the 1950s, what's something you would tell them to blow their mind? And it says, I'd tell them that I have in my possession a tiny little box that possesses all the knowledge in the world, and I use it to look at pictures of cats and argue with idiots on the internet.
Right.
Like, yeah. But with that, guys, we are at the end of our time. So I want to thank everybody for coming out, tuning in, checking us out, enjoying the banter that we have. If you like what you hear, you guys know what to do. Drop a follow, give us a like, positive review, any of those things, 5 stars, they all help. We appreciate you. But with that, I'm going to send it over to Uncle Chris to start bringing us home.
Well, thanks for coming on the ride. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, honestly, I think I'm just going to give the plugs. That's it, real quick. I'm going to say go check out shedtimepodcast.com. On there, you can find a link for our Patreon. Feel free to do that. All that is appreciated. All the listens are appreciated as well. Like I'm gonna be honest. I appreciate everybody that just listens, but the people I also appreciate for 2 things. That's the only thing. You're getting like double the appreciation for me. So feel free to do that. And then also Friday nights, Frames Janklin Vapors YouTube channel. Check out the green room. Just come by, kick it. There is a chat. So if you don't normally watch it and you want to ask us anything, I'm sure that even some Shed Time related things could get answered, at least in chat. So feel free to do that. So with that, I'm going to say everybody be safe. Have a good week. Live your best life. Frames.
As always, shout outs to all the Shedheads for your continuous support, but I think Chris pretty much covered everything. So just make sure you leave those 5-star reviews, check out the website, and I'm going to end it as I always do, sending out all those positive vibes. Chris by 5s, don't forget to tell somebody you love them in a little bag or dab. Will do ya.
That's a fact, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, one more time, ShedTimePodcast.com has links to everything. You can find the Frames Janklin Vapor channel, all of our friends of the show, and of course, links to the merch site where you can get yourself one of these dope ass hats. So that's about wraps it up for us. You know what I'm going to tell you. Don't let the best get you down. Be cool. Don't be a dick. And whatever it is that you do, try and have some fun. It's the Shed Time Podcast. Time to roll on up and roll on out.
Dynavap, Dynavap, Dynavap. Looking to cut the cord on your dry herb vape? Dynavap. Trying to get the best taste from your herb? Dynavap. Ready to take your sesh to the next level? Then meet Dynavap, the best way to vape your flower or concentrate. Concentrates? That's right, your flower or hash can be vaped using Dynavap. Check out Dynavap.com to learn more. That's Dynavap.com. Lose the ash? Dynavap.
What's going on, Shedheads? It's your boy, Frames Janklin. Are you looking to step up your match game or have a raw copper, brass, or stainless mod or RDA that you're absolutely tired of polishing? Then you need to go and hit up my man Ashton of Palmer's Powders. He does some absolutely amazing powder coating work. He offers many different colors and finishes at an absolutely killer price. This man is taking powder coating to a whole new level, and he can make your setup an absolute masterpiece. You can go follow him over on Instagram at Palmer's Powders, and you can go check out pricing on his website, palmerspowders.com. That's palmerspowders.com. And as always, let's just vape on, Shedheads.
I want you to think of your favorite rebuildable right now. Yeah, okay, so you have a layer cake in your hand, and now you're about... Oh, sorry, yeah, that's not everyone's favorite. That's just mine. So think of your favorite rebuildable atomizer. Think about how good of a vape it produces for you. Now, take that and amplify it. And the way that you amplify that is you put in some Breezestone coils. Breezestone coils are handcrafted in Adelaide, Australia. They're made from some of the finest quality wire that you can get. I believe it's wire Buddha. You take those coils, you take them out of that phenomenal packaging that clearly shows how much care that Adam puts on the quality of his coils and the insurance that you get them in good shape. You put them in that favorite RDA, and guess what? You have coils that now sing better than Celine Dion. Go check out Breezestone coils. You can find them on localvape.com and also steelvalleyvapors.com. Solid.
Yeah, did.
My playlist has come all the way back around.
Yeah. I gotta
Good
get ready to grub on some biscuits and gravy, my dudes.
Jelly, my dog. Oh,
Yo, just
so
like
jelly.
quick thing on that. Okay. So
Would you make it for
sometimes
Liz?
it's like not super easy. What's that?
I said you make it for Liz.
I did make it for her, but that was like a month ago.
Okay.
I haven't recently. And she loves it. Like she thinks it's like the great. Actually, no, I made it for her twice. I take that back. But dude, so it was like last week or 2 weeks ago. I can't remember. I was going to Liz's house and she sent me a picture and she's like, "Is this the stuff that you were talking about?" And it was like a